Hey everyone, I hope you're doing well. Today I'm going to be talking about the team I used in my recent local challenge to win it all. And honestly, if I were competing at Worlds this year, this might be the team that I would run. I am commentating, I'm working the event, so I don't have to worry about team building for it. But this team could be really solid for anyone attending Worlds that is still looking for a good team or just something you can use in your own local tournaments. The local I played in today wasn't the biggest, so take the team with a grain of salt. Be sure to try it out yourself too before locking in for any tournaments. But in my opinion, I think it's a really good team in this current meta. Before we get into the battles, I want to give a big shout out and thank you to all my patrons who've been supporting my content creation. If you'd like private one-on-one coaching, scrims against me, some of my league guides and strategies ahead of time, or even tune into my live stream battles, feel free to sign up through the Patreon link down below. To kick things off, we have Swiss rounds. It's only just going to be Swiss rounds because of the size of the tournament against Puffle Guy 1. And he actually had a really similar team to me. The only distinction was that Swampert over my Credilli. And in some ways, that's actually not too bad. I was anticipating at least one of the ground types potentially here. So obviously, you know, this is a winning matchup, but I kind of need to save my mana bus in case there is an Annihilate in the back. Annihilate is going to be pretty rough for my Diggersby. And he just goes for the Aqua Tail. I'm going to be able to optimize pretty comfortably here and get off a lot of damage. And so my thought here is I could always pivot back over to Mana Buzz, but I'll be coming into an opposing Mana Buzz with a lot of energy, or I could pivot over to the Diggersby. And that's what I do. Doesn't actually throw a move there too. I thought I was going to catch one. But in hindsight, I think I should just let this Drapion go down and then come in Diggersby, because now I'm locked in against the Annihilate, and that's not going to be a good time. I also don't land my baits, which is a little bit unfortunate, but I will go for the Scorching Sand next, because yeah, I can only get to one more move, and we could try to go for maybe a debuff. No debuff is going to be had. What's up, Chags? Oh my goodness, she's a yapper today. All right, maybe she just wants some head scratches. I'm in a really tough position at this moment in time. Great catch from him as well too. But that being said, I kind of need a lot of energy here. It's just not going to happen. I'm going to leave with the move and then maybe get the farm down, but that's just not going to happen either. And yeah, we just don't have time to get to two moves. But if I throw a move there, that's not going to help either. So we do lose the first game. Let's go into game number 2, see what adjustments we make. I end up running almost the same team, but I brought the Dene in the back instead, expecting that the Annihilate might be there. But unfortunately, we lead into not the best of leads here either, because again, I kind of need the Mana Buzz for the grounds in the back if they have any potential grounds. I'm just going to end up soaking up a lot of damage here, which might not be the best. But I'm just going to do whatever I can here to get some type of advantage. Should be able to get 2 Aqua Tails off. I don't know if I get a third one off. Probably not unless I get DRE, which not going to be the case. However, we have to detonate the walls off this energy, so I could go for aggressive Thundershock down. This could also potentially force him to swap, and in comes the Drapion, so that's going to be pretty good for me. I do throw the Parabolic Charge, and then I'm boosted. Do I shield this? No, I don't. Yeah, because I'm boosted, it's not going to do too much here. And then we have a lot of energy on this Mana Buzz, which is going to be quite nice. Oh my goodness, Chags. What's all this drama for, huh? I don't know what's going on with her. It's a Sunday. Yeah, I know. Your life is tough. All right. And they do go for a catch, but I still have 2 shield at this point in time, so I'm in a really comfortable position. I'm just going to overfarm a little bit. Likely going to be a Rage Fist, but I have to respect it. Oh my goodness. Should really be yapping. All right, we survived the Aqua Tail, so no big deal there. And yeah, make the proper adjustment for game number 2. Here's going to be game number 3. I'm going to swap up my team a little bit. All right, she's just gonna leave. That's fine. I finally bring the Credilli, expecting maybe there could have been a Dene lead, but catching a Mana Buzz lead is also quite nice. I am in a very good spot here. I could always pivot out as well. So I think we'll just throw this move right away, just so that I have a lot of health remaining on my Credillia in case I need it for later. And in comes the Annihilate. I'm going to bring in the Dene, and there's his own Dene. Now, I'm ahead on NG, so that's going to be really good. I also don't have a lot of reasons to need to bait here, so I'm not going to. I'm just going to continue throwing play roughs whenever I can. Look like he's going straight for the Parabolic Charge, which makes sense, because at this range, might as well. And then I get to another play rough, which is good. Going to be some solid damage. Having the Shield remaining is nice. Probably could have gone for a Thundershock down, but maybe wasn't confident and didn't want to take a Parabolic Charge. That being said, we have a shield advantage against Annihilate, so that's going to be really good. You could tank one Ice Punch, no problem. So that's what I'm going to do. You don't really want to shield a Rage Fist and then get hit by Ice Punch, so it's usually the order of operation of things. But looks like my opponent does know that pretty well too, so does go for the right play by throwing the Ice Punch and then throwing the Rage Fist. But we just still have a shield advantage, and it's going to be kind of tough to muscle through. And of course, in this point, we're able to clean it up. So, made the proper adjustments for game number 3. So we do win that first round. Going against the CTU next. Team is a little bit more different than mine. No Annihilate, no Swampert, but does have the Araquanid. The other 4 remaining Pokemon are pretty similar, though, as a lot of these meta picks are solid for a reason. We haven't seen any Ghosts yet, which is definitely was a hot pick for NAIC this year. Could still be for Worlds, but I just personally don't like the Ghost as much. Shadow Dusclops is a little bit better than non-Shadow, and I don't have one either, so there's that. All right, I try to go for aggressive farm down, but yeah, I mean, Scizor is exactly what I don't want to see. So getting out of the way here I thought would be good, but anyway, in comes the Mana Buzz. Really good catch from CTU, because the thing is, I can't really acid this down after I land one Rock Tomb. Oh, he's running Snarl Dark Pulse, by the way, if anyone didn't catch that just now. You probably caught the Dark Pulse, but the Snarl is also relevant too. It does make the mirror matchup a lot easier for me, but this NG generation is a lot faster in these bad matchups. Alright, so I'm just going to farm up to double moves at this point in time, because I need as much NG as I can get. Probably was too greedy to go for the acid down, so again, that's why that catch with the Octail earlier was really good from him. I do throw the Grass Knot here, and yeah, I pretty much need to be able to like acid this down, but I just don't think I can get there. Yeah, he has the back-to-back Night Slash as well too, so that's not going to do great. I get a Poison Sting off, but survives the Poison Sting, which allows him to get to one more Bullet Punch, and yeah, just couldn't get to it. I think 2 Grass Knots there wouldn't have even been enough. As you can see, he was still in the green there, so if he wasn't in yellow, he wasn't at 50% health. I believe that's the case. So, probably would not have mattered too much there, but yeah, can't disrespect the Scizor too much. So, I am much more prepared for it in the backline this time around. One of my favorites answers to Shadow Drapion neutrally is going to be Mana Buzz. I think it's probably by far the best neutral matchup against Drapion. I mean, I take neutral from everything they throw. They take neutral from everything I throw. But the bulk of the Mana Buzz and just the neutral damage from the Air Slash just makes it a lot easier. So if he shields, I shield. If not, I'm not going to shield. And he does shield. So because he shields, I'm going to shield as well. And we'll see what he does here. Probably goes for a combo play. Yeah. All right. In comes the Mana Buzz. But we're able to bring in the Credillia to catch this energy. Now, he left with a lot of energy, which is kind of a smart play, because now all this Dark Pulse energy is thrown and it's not debuffed. So that is a solid position for the C2 to be in. All right. And in comes a Diggersby. We're in a really good position here because I have the Annihilate, and this is going to do quite well into Diggersby. Expecting potentially a Scorching Sand here, but unfortunately I get baited by the Fire Punch. It's okay though, because Scorching Sand's not going to be able to take me out. And there's no energy on the Drapion. It's very low health at this point too. So we could just comfortably counter down after that. I guess the winning play would have been maybe he catches a Ice Punch, but yeah. Alright, so we're on game number 3. Another game number 3 on our hands. Fantastic lead against the Dedenne. I'll take it. What I noticed with CTU's team is also his team is a little bit weak to Annihilate safe swap, so I figured I could just safe swap the Annihilate if needed. In comes the Araquanid, and we find it in the perfect spot with this Mana Buzz. Goes for a debuff, which is fine with me. It's not really a matchup that Araquanid could win anyway, especially if I'm running Air Slash. But maybe trying to go for combo plays later or farming down more easily with something else, which is totally understandable. All right, we're gonna farm up a lot of extra energy here. Does make a great catch though onto Dene. This is gonna be resisted double debuffed Air Slash, or Aerial Ace, I should say. But we have a lot of energy loaded on the Digger Speed. Looks like I denied a quick attack, but I don't think it changes stuff too much here. I'm expecting maybe a Scizor in the back. Honestly, everything's pretty comfortable for me in the back. Mana Buzz would be the hardest thing to deal with, but even then with the Snarl Mana Buzz, it's actually not too bad. Luckily, it is in fact just a Scizor, so I'm gonna soak up the energy here. I'm also one move away from my foul play, so it's good. I saved it. I'm pretty sure he doesn't have enough energy to actually throw 3 Night Slashes here, but I end up throwing my Rage Fist anyway, because in case I miscounted and he takes me out with a Night Slash, I could still throw the foul play afterward. There's no way he's going to leave it 2 moves, right? So just a slight insurance policy for myself. So we are 2-0. Going to the final round. It's going to be Dreflames. Pretty much all my locals are really good at this game too. So these are definitely some really solid opponents. No one's running any like weird teams, honestly. He is running the Fortress, which he swears by, so we'll see how it goes. But that's overall going to be a good spot for me to be in. I'm going to overfarm just a little bit here in case he lets us go. He does let it go, but in comes a Drapion, and I just want to chip this down a bit. I know I'm debuffed, but still, he ends up shielding anyway, which is really good for me. And then we had the Mana Buzz, and like I said, this can clean up this matchup pretty easily. He is a little bit ahead on energy because I didn't swap right away, but nothing too crazy. And honestly, too, if you look at the back line, I'm not super worried about what could be in the back. I have pretty good coverage into almost everything, so yeah, so even if I somehow lose this matchup, it's not the worst. But we are able to close it out here. Let's see if he comes back in with something else. Oh, he comes in with a Lapras. And I'm able to get the Parabolic Charge before him. He does go and make a fantastic catch, actually. Good on him. But we still have the Credillion in the back, so I'm in a pretty comfortable position. His team was actually a little bit ABA weak to Annihilate, actually. Shadow Annihilate in the lead would have definitely caused some issues. He's running Rock Tomb and Mirror Shot on his Fortress as well, so even better for the Annihilate. That being said, I'm pretty comfortable here. I know he only gets the 1 Ice Beam or maybe gets the 2 Sparkling Aria, but I don't think Sparkling Aria is even enough. Yeah, definitely not. So 2's not going to be enough. And we get to the Grass Knot to close it out. All right, 1 game away from sweeping this local tournament. Can we do it? Well, I guess I kind of spoiled the ending a little bit for y'all earlier. But that being said, fantastic lead here with the Shadow Annihilate. Like I said, his last team was pretty weak to Annihilate in the lead, and I think it is a little bit here too. Annihilate's actually really strong in this team because outside the Dusclops, it has play into everything. Like, it's not even that bad into Moltres. In comes the Dusclops though. That's exactly where I want to see it. Able to grab a shield. If he doesn't shield, then we definitely maintain switch advantage too, so it's kind of a win-win situation for me either way. But yeah, all right, we're doing a lot of damage with the Air Slash and the Foul Play. I originally was a big believer of Dark Pulse. I thought he was going to try to catch on the Drapion, but he ends up catching on the Lapras, which ends up still working out for me because I had to dead enemy back. So really, really tough alignment for him in this second game. But I forgot what I was saying. Anyway, the team feels good. I mean, obviously, if you kind of counter your opponent like this, then that'll help. But overall, though, I think this team is really solid and easy to play. All right, let's see what they do here. I'm expecting them to throw probably Aqua Tail. Does go for the Crunch. I figure he's not going to stay in, so I swap over right when he swaps over as well, anticipating a potential combo play. I don't think he actually had energy there, but yeah, we get the full counter down, and we get the Rage Fist, so we're in a good spot. And that's it. 3-0 in this local tournament. Get some heavy hitters as well. And like I said, I think this team is really, really strong. There's just answers for everything. If someone runs this team and wins Worlds, I'm just saying, if you saw it from my YouTube video, all I asked for is just a little shout out, you know, just a little shout out. But I wish everyone the best in their local tournaments and especially at World Championships. Very excited to see how that all shakes out. Aegis / is banned, so you can't really use that. So that's why the meta for the most part has not really changed much since NAIC. But yeah, this is my take on the meta, and I think it's a really good one. So give it a shot if you like yourself. Anyway, if you like this video, feel free to give it a like and share, subscribe for future content, hit that notification bell to get alerted right when I post a new video. And I'll catch you all next time. Peace.